Hello, we're back to bottom. Maze Beast, and now we're back to with fucking Futamata Ren'ai. Immediate heads up. It may or may not be almost 11:30 already. I kinda got lost reading a manga again. Whoopsie. Anyway. Yako! Yako!
何なお
You barging in the middle of the night to sleep in my room to help me out. Shake Miyako awake, who once again snuck in here like a succubus despite being fully aware I already have my beloved girlfriend Rui-Route.
まだ朝じゃん。なんなの
Going to some nerdy anime event with Rui-Route to help me pick an outfit. I can't decide.
そんな女の子みたいなこと言うために起こさないで。
It's better complain. She gets up, grabs some clothes from my drawers, and tosses them at me. Okay, I know I asked you to pick, but what's with this lame-ass plaid shirt? It's questionable enough that I even own such a thing without her explicitly picking it out for me.
合に行っては合に従えってやつ。おたいべなんだからオタクっぽい格好してた方が同族意識が芽生えて、たとえレイヤーの彼女連れ歩いてても敵視されづらい。
But why stoop to their level? I should be proud to be there with my girlfriend.
陰湿なオタどもにネットのおもちゃにされても知らないよ。
It would be a lot nicer to anime fans, you know? They're not all incels. Still, it's a good choice for summer, so I feel much better now. Thanks for the help. Sorry for waking you. We can go back to sleep now. Just never come and sleep in my room again.
どうして
Because if Rui finds out, she'll push my face down to a pillow until I suffocate.
嫌に死因が具体的なのはなぜルイには私から伝えておくから平気。
That's not working on a business. You're not working on a business deal here. She'll murder me. Please, promise me you won't. Promise me.
もう不利じゃん。おやすみ。
She slumps face down into my bed, curls up, and immediately falls asleep. She always has to sleep like a damn cat when she's on her own. Ah, crap, I need to get moving. Why do anime events always have to start so early? Apparently, we have a booth or something, which means we don't need to stand in all the general lines. But it's too early for me. Especially considering Miyako stopped me from getting a good night's sleep.
遅かったじゃないの。危うく置いていくところだったわよ。
I arrive at the location, spot a familiar ribbon among the crowd, and meet up with my darling Rui-Route. Why did we have to meet up here, Rui-Route? There were so many people, I almost couldn't find you.
それぞれ向かった方が早いんだし、効率が悪いでしょうが。
Do you not understand how a young maiden in love feels? I want to spend as much time with you as possible.
今日はずっと一緒にいられるでしょ。長丁場なんだから。いつまでもきしょいこと言ってないで、さっさと中入るわよ。
And then cosplay, huh? It's gonna take a while.
会場着いてからでないとコスプレしちゃダメなのよ。あんた常識ないの？
Got me some slack. I've never been to an anime event before. Oh, by the way, where's Runashiba gotten off to?
うちの妹のこと柴犬みたいな呼び方しないでくれる？あんたが遅いから先行ったのよ。
So wait for me, Rui-Route. You're so kind.
なんなの私の彼氏。日に日にうざくなって言ってるんだけど。
Oh, she looks less than amused. She doesn't kick out at me when I start nuzzling up against her. So I'm taking that as a sign that we're getting more loving. That was far from loving, as far from loving as you could get. Gotta keep my wits about me.
何空見上げながら突っ立ってんの？
She thrusts her arms out before me and then just stands there. Takes me a moment before I realize that she's signaling for me to take hold of her arms, so I do. So, wow, we're skipping, holding hands, hold each other's arms. You must really love me, dude. Ah!
違うわよ。あんたは荷物持ちって言ったでしょ。ほら、さっさと持って。
Why does reality have to be so cruel? She's blushing slightly, but I don't want to upset her by poking fun at her right now, so I pretend not to notice. Honestly, you're selling photos and stuff. Bunch of burned at home CDs and simple packages fill the table. They all show off Rui-Route in her cosplay. You'd never realize they were the same person at first glance, even though she's standing right here to compare.
せっかくイベント参加してるんだからね。それに何かとお金かかるのよ、コスプレって。稼げる時に稼いでおかないと。
ちゃんに頼んだら衣装作ってくれるからお金浮いてラッキー。この衣装も姉ちゃん作なの。
Runda does a spin on the spot, proudly showing off her perfectly crafted costume. Wow, crazy. Rui-Route can do anything.
私のこと褒めたいのか、自分の彼女自慢したいのか、はっきりしなさいよね。
Why not both?
ルナも、あんたもバイトできる年なんだから、そろそろ自分で稼ぎなさいよ。
もうバイト入れてるよ。夏休みだし、遊ぶお金欲しいもん。
There's some dodgy about the way Runa says fun.
いかがわしい頭してんのはあんたでしょうが。しっかり資金源になるために、ハキハキ声出していきなさいよ。
Wait, I'm doing the sales pitch? Won't that drive people away?
女の子とうまく話せない陰キャオタ専用窓口だよ。
I like that those guys even function.
あとは変な男よけね。しっかり撃退しなさいよ、クズ野郎。
Sounds like I'm gonna be busy. But I actually kinda like this stuff, so I'm getting excited. I wonder if they'll give me a share of the profits. Somehow I doubt it. Maybe I'll get some love from Ruru instead. Wow, we're not busy in the slightest.
大々的にオフで活動してないし、こんなもんよ。ずっとマスクもしてるから、なりきれてるとも言えないしね。
So your big real life debut was at the beauty pageant? You weren't wearing a mask then?
もし見バレしたらあんたの責任なんだから、覚悟しておきなさいよ。
Okie dokie. I would have thought people would figure out who she was, but there haven't been any signs of that. You publicly humiliated the two-timing asshole, that being me. Publicly humiliating the two-timing asshole, that being me, would have left more of an impact anyway, so maybe Rui didn't draw too much attention to herself. Though she only went and won the damn thing. Well, we're not busy. People are coming up to the booth frequently enough to keep us here. She got a lot of girls. Is that Rui anime popular with the ladies?
腹パンされたがってる子が多いんじゃないの？
She gotta be making that up.
あんたこそ、さっきから周りのレイヤーのことチラチラとバレてんのよ。
Don't you cosplay so people can see? Come down, it's like I'm dressing them with my eyes. As one might expect from a gathering with people with the same interests as Rui, the level of cosplay on a show here is off the charts. Sometimes it's enough to make me lose track of reality. Everyone seems to be having a lot of fun. Maybe I should try cosplaying myself.
いいじゃないの。もうどのキャラやってもらおうかしら。男女の合わせでやってみたいのいっぱいあったのよね。
Jesus. Might have just made the greatest suggestion in Rui history.
先生が姉ちゃんを笑顔にしてる。
Yuri has the excitement of a 5-year-old girl, her eyes sparkling, which conversely is grossing out Runa.
その発想は全くなかったわ。今すぐ帰ってまずは衣装の。
はいはい、お客さん来たよ。姉ちゃん現実に戻ってきて。
This is a perfectly balanced, huh? I've been given the impression that Rui was always getting teased by Runa, but it turns out that their positions are reversed when she goes full nerd.
先生も姉ちゃんの前でうかつなこと言わないでよ。一度火がつくと超めんどくさいんだから。
We're at an anime event, so why not let her go a little crazy? She's got to release all that pent-up stress somehow.
どうして姉ちゃんにストレス与えてんの？ダメじゃん。
Extreme love can be another source of stress.
さて、そろそろお昼ついでに小休止入れてもいいわね。
We're gonna just leave the booth?
ちょっとだけね。ブースにいるだけじゃなくて、もっとコスプレを楽しめる場所があるのよ。
もうルナ待ちくたびれちゃった。早く太陽浴びたい。
あんたもカメラ持っていきなさいよ。せっかく練習したんだから。
Right. That Ruri goes off to get changed into a cosplay. I don't really get what's going on, but she seems excited, so whatever it is, must be fun.
姉ちゃんもっと自己主張抑えてよ。ルナが目立たないでしょ。
Well, like, thumbnail, I guess.
何言ってるのよ。こういうのは張り合ってなんぼでしょうが。 わざわざ合わせてやってんだから、自分の力でどうにかしなさいよね。
What? Group of guys with cameras gather around the two girls as they pose freely under the blazing sun, leaving me to fluster as I try to take photos myself. It's not a huge group that's forming here, yet they're all snapping away, completely enthralled by Rui-Route and Runa. I'm not quite sure how I feel about having all these men take pictures of a girlfriend, mind you. Runa's cosplay is rather wholesome compared to the hardcore one that is Rui-Rui's. Would be one thing if I could separate Rui from Rui-Route in my mind, but that's something I struggle with.
Rui, kawaii.
Oh, hey, Layla! Oh, hey, Layla! Didn't know you'd be here!
ジャパニーズお台北。私が来ないとでも思った？でも、お寝坊したら会場入るまでに時間かかっちゃったの。てひ。
Right. Layla's more of a casual in comparison to Ruder's hardcore fanaticism, so I hadn't thought she'd be interested. I failed to account for how outgoing she is, though. It's like these are huge draws to those people.
なお、写真ブレブレだよ。それにもっといっぱい撮っておかないとルイにキレられちゃうよ。
The reason for that would be?
自分の可愛くてキラキラした姿を好きな人にいっぱい見てもらいたいと思うのは普通のことじゃないかな。
You're such an angel, Layla. Now I feel bad for all my negative thoughts.
だったらもっと撮ってあげて。そして後で私にも写真ちょうだいね。
You should be there cosplaying with them.
今度バイト以外でする約束ルイとしてるの。楽しみ。でもノアは呼んであげないって。
Why am I being excluded?
私のことエッチな目で見てムカつくだろうからって言ってたよ。あ、これルイには秘密にしてね。
That girl guys are jealous of the littlest things. That's so cute.
今日も元気にノックアウト。地球も宇宙も愛と暴力で救っちゃうぞ。ルイルイバイオレンスフォーム。
She looks so cute, yet her words. They terrify me.
ルイルイの主な攻撃方法は近接打撃なんだよ。
So when she hit Yua with her staff, that was just her copying the anime. Kim and I read the first season of that one time, and I recall Rui often punching her enemies so much that her fists started to bleed. Calling her a magical girl feels like fraud at this point.
魔法にかかって死ねないってことだからね。詐欺じゃないよ。
You sure know your stuff, Layla.
細かい設定覚えてなくてよくルイに突っ込まれるけどね。あ、ほら、ルイがこっち見てるよ。
Look, guys are doing it through my camera viewfinder. I'll continue to ferociously press the button. Loving gaze directed me and me alone cast a magic spell on me.
ああ、今のをちゃんと撮っておかないと。せっかくポーズしてくれたのに。
Don't worry, burnt the sight of my eyes, so it'll stay with me for all eternity.
脳が浄化されて
全然取れてないじゃないの。あの特訓の日々は一体何だったっていうのよ。
We never went through our training arc. Don't lie. It's been a while taking photos of the Mikashiba sisters in the cosplay area before Layla joins us and taking photos in a bunch of different areas. We've now ended up back at the booth. Layla wanted to do some shopping though, so she ran off somewhere. It's not that easy. I feel like it used to I feel like it used a completely different skill set from taking photos one-on-one.
その割にはレイラとずいぶん仲良くおしゃべりしてたじゃないの。
You were surrounded by those guys, yet you still only had eyes for me, Rui-Route. I think I might cry.
なお、私が他の男に写真撮られて嫉妬してたでしょ。
Kind of possessive boyfriend do you take me for?
自分が二股クズ野郎ってこと棚にあげていい身分ね、ほんと。周りの男たちをあんな険しい顔で見てたら簡単にバレるわよ。
It's fine, I told myself they were looking at Rui-Route, not my Rui, and that helped me calm down.
分かってんじゃないの。だけど、私も何のフォローもなしに放置するほど鬼畜じゃないわよ。せっかく手伝ってくれたんだし。
I'm gonna get some Rui-Route lovin'.
いちいち茶化さないで。私だってもっとこうラブラブっぽい方がいいっていうか。ああ、もう何言わせるのよ、この二股クズ野郎。
No need to shout. Loving side is absolutely adorable, but it needs to come with a handle with care label.
姉ちゃんさ、 うちのブース修羅場みたいにすんのやめてくんない？血は喧嘩ならよそでやってよ。
そうね。ちょっくらこのクズ調教してくるから。ルナ、留守番頼んだわよ。
Wait, what happened to the loving you promise? This is just too much, Rui.
ダメ男彼氏にすると大変だね、姉ちゃん。
Luna waves us off, completely indifferent to how I'm about to be broken in. Now that I've been abandoned by my future sister-in-law, Ludi takes me somewhere more secluded, and then immediately gets all up in my business. She's now showing me the very same photos of her that I took just a few minutes ago.
ほら見なさい。この写真とかめっちゃ後ろからお尻取られてそうだと思わない？
Oh man, we're apparently still fine. What kind of torture is this?
ああ、見られてるだろうなーって思いながらもちゃんとポージングして、それもあんたの前でね。私がどういう気持ちでいるかわかる？
Like bullying me?
あんたの方がよっぽど普段やきもきさせてくるんだから、これぐらいは許してもらわないと。割に合わないのよ、クズ野郎。今朝だって宮子から予売は許してって意味不明な連絡来たし。
Damn it, Miyako, I'll have Nagome put her on a vegetarian diet for a few days, then I'll show her. I'm sorry if I make you
あ
worry.
んたの謝罪ほど軽いものはこの世にはないわね。
I love you, Rui.
おまけに愛も軽いときた。そんなんだからユアに届かなかったんでしょ？
Hit me where it hurts, why don't you?
でも、なおだけよ。私のこと、私の全部を見せてあげられるのは。だから小さい嫉妬なんてしてないで、もっと胸を張りなさい。
But I thought the torture would never end, only for her to end up flashing me the most radiant smile. You're so damn cool, Rui. And sexy too.
いや、エロくはないでしょ。って、うわあ、何大きくして。
Because you're just sexy, Rui.
ちょっとふざけないで。もうなんなのよ。
You're the one who got all provocative. You're just gonna blue ball me then, huh?
だからってこんな場所で出禁にされたらどうするつもりなの？
Okay. Grab her by the waist and drag her towards me, and then we kiss, our faces sweaty from the convention center heat rubbing together. Jesus Christ. Calm down. I may let you wear these slutty ultras in public, but don't go forgetting that you're my girlfriend, Rui. Apparently. Hey, don't stroke my stomach, that tick, Rui says. Yep, I'm done for. There's no stopping me now. Everything about it's turning me on. Okay, yeah, they're getting into it. There's nothing else to be done. She hurriedly drags me into a nearby bathroom. Yep, they're fucking. They're fucking. See you afterwards. Alright, they're done. Just suck them off in the bathroom. It's nothing out of the ordinary.
お疲れ先生。帰りの荷物持ちご苦労。
That shit's heavy. Just how much do you have in here?
半部分はおかげさまで完売したから買い込んだ分含めても行きよりはよっぽど軽いはずよ。
I'm gonna turn your boyfriend into a muscle man, Rui.
これから夏本番なんだしさ、先生はもっと筋肉つけた方がいいんじゃないの？
Do I look like that much of a shrimp to you?
どうなの姉ちゃん。
知らないわよ。こいつの裸なんて見たことないんだから。
そういえばそうだったね。だって姉ちゃんベッドに顔面押し付けられながら中出しされてたもの。
こらルナ、それはもう忘れなさいって言ったでしょ。
姉ちゃんが切れた。じゃあお先。
Hey, wait, at least carry some of your stuff yourself. Luna teases Rui until she flips out and dashes off, leaving me with all her stuff.
ほんとどうしてあんな小生意気に育ってしまったのよ。私はこんなにも素直で理想の姉だというのに。じゃないわよ。あんたの彼女のことなんだから、そこは全肯定しときなさいよ、この解消なしが。
Yeah, don't get mad at me.
そのわざとらしいビビり方もムカつくわね。
Had such a fun day. Why do you gotta ruin it by getting all grumpy now?
さっき飲み込んだあんたの精液のせいで喉がイガイガしてしょうがないのよ。
Man, coming right in the back of your throat sure did feel amazing, Rui.
あんたが喜べば私も喜ぶとでも？
Maybe I'd buy that if you didn't tell me I was soaking wet and made you... Oh. Now that Una's gone, she starts nuzzling up to my shoulder.
寝合わせしなさいよね。
Right now? Thought you'd be tired.
疲れてるけど、あんたにチンコ突っ込まれてからムラムラしてしょうがないのよ。
Okay, we're
責任取って。
We're immediately going back in, boys! Can't you try and be more open with me? I'm more than happy to have loving consensual sex if you are.
どうしてまたあんたを喜ばせるようなことばっかりしなくちゃいけないのよ。たまには私のことだって。
This conversation assumes she sees me as a horribly sadistic brute of a man, but may I remind you that Rui-Route literally pinned my face to her pussy to force me to eat her out. For some reason seems to be pretending that never happened. But to be honest, that blowjob wasn't nearly enough. I was hoping we could spend some more time alone together.
本当に？どうせまた調子のいいこと言ってるだけじゃないの？
Okay, fine. I want to tear off your clothes and screw you silly. Happy now?
だからどうして乱暴しようとしてるのよ。ラブラブって話はどこ行ったのよ。
Screwing a girl silly, not just another way of showing you love her. Oh, come on, the hotel's waiting, Rui.
その田舎のヤンキーみたいな掛け声やめなさいよ。もっとこう雰囲気ってものがあるでしょ。
But you like it on the rougher side.
ちょっとならね。あんたのはどうこしてんのよ。
Spider complains she follows after me, so I can tell him she must be crazy or any. Oh boy.
迷いもなくホテルに迎えるだなんて、さすが慣れてるわね、二股クズ野郎。キラメのこと泣かせた現場ってのはここなのかしら。
Girl, do you always have to be so mean? She keeps glancing around the room nervously.
セックスするための部屋って感じね。ベッドでかすぎ。どんだけ激しくする前提で作られてるのよ。
The minute it's that size, it won't fall off when you try to escape me spanking you.
叩いた分だけあんたの尻肉削ってやるわ。
Then my life is forfeit.
って何脱いでんのよ。
I need a shower after running around this stupid hot heat all day. Unless you were hoping to strip me yourself, my pants are still on.
Hey!
She just fucking goes for it. She just fucking pants the man. Hey, my girlfriend's a perv!
本当にボロンってなるのね。てか、何シャワー浴びる前にまた大きくしてんのよ。
The expectations getting me. Can make you moan as much as I like you and no one will hear us.
泣かせるの間違いじゃないの？
Fed up with our stupid conversation, she starts taking her own clothes off. Okay, yeah, I feel like... What?
何よ。
What, you want to strip me? Not happening. I bet you'd get all weird about it, Rui says. I would think it'd be nice if you wore your costume for me.
はあ？
Huh? You want to defy the Rui?
ルイルイを蹴
Rui
らすつもり？
says. Don't you try and play innocent fan with me, Rui. I saw those dirty Rui fanfics you had in your room. Who gave you permission to look through my things, pervert? Rui says. Just wear the costume for me, please, Rui.
あんた、
You're
いち
such
いち
a
おね
creep
だ
when
り
you
の仕方
back.
が気
I
色
don't
悪
want
い
it.
の
It's
よ。
too embarrassing, Rui says. We're more than happy to shake your ass around to show off your tummy in public with that slutty cosplay, but you want to have sex with me in it? Now there's just the two of us? I see how it is.
何
Are you
よ。
actually mad right now? Rui says. I also hope we could have some loving consensual sex, but I suppose there's still not enough love between us. So, well, I'll just have to push your head into the pillow and make you scream again. Jesus Christ.
ほんと。
You really are complete and utter prick, you know that. Go take a shower and clean up already, Rui says. Wait, does it mean you'll wear it? I love you, Rui.
無
Stop
邪気
waving
な
that
声出しな
grotesque...
がらそのグロいのカチカ
Okay,
チにし
Jesus. And watch her open up the suitcase that I carried here and take out her costume, then happily go take my shower.
お待たせ。
The meal has been prepared, I guess. Take a slow shower and come out to find her transformed into Rui. The costume's so damn sexy, your stomach's just begging to be punched. Okay, Jesus.
そこ
You
は
were
可愛い
supposed to
っ
tell
て
me
言
how
いな
cute
さ
I
いよ。
looked. You always ruin the
雰囲気
mood,
で
Rui
話し
says. Wouldn't hold out hope for the right mood when we're having cosplay sex in a love hotel. Unless that mood is pure unadulterated sex appeal, because you've certainly got that.
いや、
Don't press up next to me. I haven't showered yet, Rui says. How are we supposed to have loving consensual sex otherwise? I was unable to cop much of a feel of her bare skin back in the convention hall, but now I can feel now I can rub my warmed hands all over her. Jesus Christ. Okay, calm down. Calm down.
なんで謝
Calm
るの
down.
よ。
Calm down. Calm down. You know, this has lost all kind of significance. I'm gonna just start skipping here already. See you afterwards. I think they're done now. So Rui has a thing for getting strangled now, so that's worrisome. Yikes. Anyways, yeah, that loving consensual sex turned to like weird, like defeat roleplay sex. Jesus. Oh, one line I do feel fuck accidentally. First off, she said she ultimately ended up flipping out and giving me a huge lecture. Before that, where is it? Where is the line? Rui slumped against my arm, with which I'm no longer squeezing down and taking repeated shallow breaths. The thought of punching her in the stomach to see what would happen does cross my mind. Man, I'm so fucked up. Fucking damn it. I still feel warmth. Rui and I went our separate ways at the station. Not back at the dorm, but it still feels like she's right next to me. Decided to spend some time chilling on the sofa, looking out the nighttime view of the ocean to help me cool down.
ナオくんだ。
Why are you treating me like a pest? Oh, I get it. You don't want to. You don't want me to see that refrigerated takoyaki you're hugging to your chest. Kirame isn't bothering to hide the scowl on her face. She was just passing behind the sofa, apparently under the assumption that going around barefoot would keep her secrets safe. No one would get annoyed at her for snacking on some takoyaki at midnight, but I guess you can't blame the girl for not trusting me. Hey, Kirame, might have a strangle you. Jesus Christ! You can't just say that to someone! You can't just say that to someone! Fucking damn it!
夜中に怖いこと言わないで。
Come on, it's our show, my love.
どこの世界に首絞められながらラブラブを感じる人がいるっていうの？
Did you hear that, Rui-Rute?
それにもうナオくんとは何でもないんだから。今度はルイちゃんと二股するつもりなの？
Why is it that my obsession with trying to two-time on girls still hasn't led to me getting a good night's sleep?
ナオくんが浮気性なだけだと思う。このクズ野郎。
Ooh, we're not normally that nasty, Kirame. I'm glad she's gotten more chatty at least. I was worried that after making her cry by refusing to sleep, she'd instead cut off all contact between us.
ちゃんとルイちゃんのこと幸せにしてあげてよね。そうじゃなかったら私今度こそ怒っちゃうんだから。
I'm at the point of my life where I'd quite like to see you get angry, Kirame. She's always puffing out her cheeks and sulking, but she never actually gets mad. Should have bet Miyako would let me if I asked. But she's so dainty, I'm scared I might break her.
だから怖いのはナオくんよ。もう変なことばっかり言ってないで早く寝なよ。ナオくんいると落ち着かないし、お外で食べよう。
This man has like hard pivoted from crying girls to like just wanting to strangle people. I think we have a fucking serial killer in the making on our hands. She heads out onto the terrace. The takoyaki still clutched to her chest. Reminds me, I haven't spoken to you recently. Still thinking about the other girl I was two-timing with. Last time we spoke was the night of the beauty pageant when you dumped me. It's summer break. You only see the people you actually put in the effort to see. Thinking along those lines also reminds me that she's technically supposed to have made up with Rui-Rute. I wonder if the two of them are actually like talking like usual now. But nice to do something for a change. Though I feel reluctant to tell myself that there's no harm in just sending a text, so I scroll down to a not so recent contact.
白いお化け。
Oh no.
やっほー元カレ元気してた？
My ex-girlfriend spots me from a fair distance and comes running over with a smile bright enough to charm all who look at it. Only just got here and you're only making me depressed.
何？じゃあなんて呼んでほしい？やっぱり二股クズ野郎？ルイは好んで呼んでたけどさ、ぶっちゃけ長いよね。呼びづらいし。
Yua babbles on through her one-sided conversation as if nothing changed between us, which is pretty funny.
は？何笑ってんの？今の私の話に面白ポイントなんてあった？ムカつく。
Come on, you're acting like you did when we first started dating. What's it matter if I'm smiling?
私も君と一緒で、どっちかというと笑顔より泣き顔が好きなんだけどな。
I'm shocked you even agreed to this day in the first place. Maybe it means I'm still in with a chance. Yua furrows her brows if to tell me she'll leave if I make one more stupid comment. Now instead I actually find her attitude rather adorable in its own way, but I get the feeling she really will leave if I tease her, so I drop it.
まあ何企んでんだか知らないけど、のこのこ呼び出されてやったからにはちゃんと付き合ってあげるよ。
I don't stop Yua from linking arms with me and instead start walking towards our destination. See, that's a problem. You're dating someone now. Make her cut that shit out. At the same time, however, all I can imagine is that he literally just like walks to like the fucking cafe that Rui works in, opens the door for Yua, just like pushes her in, closes the door. Have fun interacting! And then you're gonna be surprised.
そんな私のハードル上げちゃって大丈夫？しょうもないとこだったらほんと自分がどうなっちゃうかわからないよ。
God, you're scary. Like, seriously, what's your deal? You almost makes me glad you dumped me.
まあ古賀くんの心が休まる日は一日もなかっただろうね。私のご機嫌取るたびストレス溜めていって白髪になってハゲ散らかし、最後には吐血して私に土下座してくるの。
Then I asked you to break up with me for real? You're crazy if you think you're all that special, girl.
思いのほかラブラブイチャイチャしてるかもね。今となってはそんなこともわからないんだけど。
Seriously, can you stop making me depressed? God, why did you ever have to break up with me in the first place?
聞いてますか、ルイ。これが彼女持ち元二股クズ野郎の本音ですよ。まだまだ私に未練たっぷりですよ。
She's not a telepath, idiot. Also, we're here.
いらっしゃいにゃん。招き猫だ。正解。特別に来店スタンプポイント2つ押してあげる。
Miyako fixes 2 stamps to my card with a quick tap tap.
古賀くん、なんでそんな常連みたいなことしてんの？まさか海野さんに貢ぐためだけに通ってるとか？
Sorry, but Miyoko's not the one I'm spending on.
にゃー、海野さんとっても不満そうだけど。
I'm so jealous that this counts as work. That meowing on this deal.
何名様ですか？ってナオとそれからユアだ。ミスコンでも見たけどさ、レイラちゃんそれよくないよ。際どすぎる。恥じらいというものがない。よって失格。
God damn, girl!
もうナオと似たようなこと言ってる。
Layla puts on a troubled smile before guiding the two of us to a table near the window.
なにまたナオが来たの？だからアポなしバイト先訪問はやめてってあれほど。はーい。
はーいルイ。私今あなたの彼氏とデート中なの。
Your ways showing no surprise at Rui's appearance. I'm sure it goes without saying, but calling this a date was just a ploy to get you out. Ah!
だったとしても私の気持ちちょっとは考えたことあんの？
I'm doing this for you, Rui!
すぐ言わないの？
ねえ、これさ、彼氏彼女ってより母と子じゃん。ダメ男な年下彼氏としっかり者の年上彼女って設定かもよ。
何が悲しくて設定のためだけに私が年間になんなくちゃいけないのよ。
Exasperated though she may be, Rui hands us the menus and gets ready to take our orders.
まずあんたは罰としてオプションはチェキ付きね。もちろん私との。
You're trying to rip me off again. You let me take photos of you for free now anyways.
へえ、案外うまくやってんだ。そういうのルイ嫌がりそうなものなのにな。 やっぱ彼氏となると違うんだ。
そうよ。こんなダメな男振っちゃったあんたには一生わからないでしょうね。
Say, Rui-Route, would it have killed you to lie and call me a real stand-up guy instead of a loser? You're really not helping my cred here.
あいにくと嘘はつけない性格なの。あんただってもうとっくにわかってるでしょ。
じゃあ私もそのチェキ付きってやつでもちルイとね。
は？ちょっとユア、あんたちゃんと値段見てから言って。
なに？ルイこそお客さんの注文に文句でもあるの？
別にそういうわけじゃないけど、後でキャンセルって言っても受け付けないんだから。
Fucking Marcus just behind the counter, no refunds.
しないってば。
Wow, Yo looks downright evil right now. You notice that you are scheming something to toy with me and is now giving me a resentful glare. Hey, wait, it's not my fault for once.
ユア、連れてきたのあんた。
You got me there!
なんだかな、もっとこう波乱あり涙ありのギクシャクカップルを期待していた私のワクワクを返してよ。
Why are you both so unreasonable?
すごーい、ナオが二人の間で翻弄されてる。感動するところ。
今日もたっぷり愛のケチャップサービス。グーズ。
Hold on. Did I use this one before? I actually didn't. I used the beckoning Miyako as the thumbnail last time. So this is an actual option. An option I also wouldn't have to censor as much. By which I mean, fucking hand it over to characters for him to censor. Nah, couldn't you have done something more romantic now that you're my girlfriend?
何よ、文句あんの？またオムライスの生地が見えないほどケチャップで真っ赤っかに染めてやってもいいのよ。
You're trying to kill your boyfriend through excessive sodium intake.
なんで死ぬほど恨まれてんの？古賀くんのことだからどうせルイのこと泣かせようと顔面押し付けたり頭掴んだり果てには首絞めでもしながらルイのことを犯したんじゃない？
Sometimes I find myself reflecting on just how terrifying you can be. Can you read my mind or something?
心配ならアルミホイルでも巻いときなよ。ほほほい、ほほほい、アルミホイホイ。
Is she not gonna react by the fact that he essentially just admitted to having done all that?
ちょっと頭が悪くなりそうな歌歌わないで。ただでさえあんた音痴なんだから。
I'm gonna need to note this down. It's completely useful weakness to know about, but hey, maybe it'll come in handy.
だって私愛されなかったし、小さい頃にピアノ教室とか通わせてくれたらこんな音痴には。
あんたが習い事嫌がってたせいじゃないの。何を親のせいにしてんのよ。
Oh, tell me more about little kitty you.
この前写真見せた時にシアと一緒に結構話してあげたじゃないの。聞くならもっと私のこと聞きなさいよね。
In an uncharacteristically careless move, Rui forgets that Yu is present and confesses to a crime right in front of her.
嫉妬することに夢中で一瞬でも私の存在を忘れちゃうなんて。恋は盲目って言うけどさ。
私は悪くないもん。
Now she started sulking like a little kid.
彼氏に似たのかな。二股クズ野郎のくせにみっともない言い訳しかできなかったもんね。
Now the thorns are flying my way. God, I have the prickliest women in my life. It's like I'm surrounded by hedgehogs.
懐いてないだけでしょ。ハリネズミかわいいよ。触ったことある？
It's adorable that Yua has a fondness for cute animals despite her, you know, entire personality.
ブチュブチュブチュブチュ。
Ah, man, it's soaked in the color of blood.
私の愛をたっぷり受け取ってね。
The super jealous side of your personality started to lose its appeal, Rui-Route. I think we need to save your sweeter moments for special occasions.
なんだこの元彼、めっちゃうざったそう。振ってよかった。
それが正解ね。 もういろいろとんでもないんだから。
Give me a break. At least wait until I'm not around to hold your boyfriend bad-mouthing contest. You're giving me emotional damage here.
陰口叩かれる方がメンタルには来るような気もするけど、やっぱさ、悪口は堂々と言ってなんぼだよね。
でもちゃんと好きなところも同じぐらいあるのよ。
Your gasps like a fool, the rug suddenly having been pulled out from under her.
そりゃあんたとは違うんだから。ちゃんと私はナオのこと愛してるの。好きよ、こんなんでもね。
I love you too,
だからいい加減その呼び方やめなさいって言ってるでしょうが。私が何言っても閉まらないのよ。
Now you get all bashful and I use your... But you get all bashful and I use your real name, Rui.
そうやって緩急つけすぎなのよ。温度差で私の自律神経壊すつもり？
なんだ、結構お似合いじゃん。私が古賀くんのこと振った甲斐があるというものだよ。
あくまで自分の手柄に従うわけね。ま、いいわ。認めたくはないけど、ユアがきっかけなことには変わらないんだから。
そうだ、ずっと気になってたけど、結局ルイと古賀くんっていつ知り合ったの？全然そのあたり教えてもらってないぞ。
Whew, your thighs are just the thing to calm a man's heart, Layla.
もう、どうして二人のことほったらかしで私のこと口説いてくるの？
I bet I'm not there with what's going on between them. This was always my plan.
お疲れにゃ。
I'm sorry, Miyako. Things could have ended up like this between us.
にゃ？
I quit messing around. I'm trying to be serious here.
それ以上言ったら怒るにゃん。
Alright. Sorry. Forget I said anything.
ああ、すぐ俺は悪くないっていうナオが素直に謝ってる。
Layla clearly has a terrible impression of me, but I've lived my life making excuses for myself, so there's nothing I can say to deny it now.
悪いと思ってるならエッチには付き合ってんにゃ。
Don't go all cat and heat on me. It'll ruin the moment, along with a whole load of other things. I'm glad I managed to tell Miyako what I wanted to, even if it has come far later than it should have.
ねえ、カメラマンさん、ちょっと手伝って。
Hello, I'm Rui-Route's personal photographer. How may I be of service?
ユアとチェキ取るから、あんたがシャッターをして。
You wouldn't trust such an important moment to little old me.
歴史的一枚になるだろうね。株価大変動、後世に名を刻むこの私とルイの記念すべき仲直り式なのだから。
Actually, you know what? I think I'm good. I'll never hear the end of it if it's even the slightest bit blurry.
特訓と本番、それなりに場数踏んできたんだから、ブレぐらいどうにか抑えなさいよ。
そうだそうだ。
Yeah, I might just be babbling on as she usually does, but there's photos to mark the reconciliation. I don't like this emotional stuff at the best of times, and this is so heavy it's making me extra tense. There's no running away from it. I was the one who brought them together here in the first place. Just have to face this head on, one step at a time.
ねえ、ただチェキ取るだけなのに大げさすぎない？失敗したらやり直せばいいじゃん、別に。
Okay, that's it. I need some aluminium foil over here pronto. Why are they beefing?
ユア、もっとこっち寄りなさいよ。あんたのキュートなご尊顔が見切れるわよ。
ルイこそいつも古賀くんにやってるみたいにギューって私のこと抱きしめたりしたらどうなの？
いいわね、そんな可愛い妄想ができて。実際に締められたことがない女はこれだから。
Excuse me, Ruru. Getting a best friend back is no reason to start blabbing about our sex life.
どうせあんあん信じられないぐらい甘い声で喘ぎながら下の口でチンを加えてるくせに、未だ純潔守ってる私と清楚に移ろうとするんじゃないよ、オラ！い
やあ、最近よく聞くオラつきワード？
Okay, say cheese.
まだ私顔決まってない。
Press the button and the Polaroid immediately begins to develop. Eventually, a photo that perfectly captures their reconciliation emerges, one that reminds me of how they used to look together. Best of all, it's not blurry in the slightest.
ごめん、待たせちゃったわね。
I've been waiting for Rui-Route to finish her shift. She now rushes out of her workplace over to me. That's cool. I got to go on a date with you around Taco Town while I was waiting for you.
どうせ連れ回されてただけじゃないの？
An accurate assumption. Which is the reason for that my legs are currently killing me.
私もなんだか無駄に疲れたわ。
Now you interact with you, of course you would be. You ended up talking with you a bunch earlier. What were we talking about?
秘密に決まってるでしょ。言ったら殺されるわ。これから毎回アルミホイル巻いてからユアと会わなくちゃいけなくなる。
Man, aluminium foil is a really handy stuff. I don't wonder if just wrapping it around my head would fully prevent you from reading my mind, though. Imagine it would be more effective if I also wrapped it around my heart and cock as well.
そうね。あんたにも言っておくことがあるとしたら、今度シアたちも一緒に出かける約束してきたわ。
Pretty big promise.
当然あんたも来るのよ。
You guys actually want me there?
仲直りしたって言っても、間にシア挟んだって限界があるでしょ。これから少しずつ慣らしていくわ。
Guess that means true peace is still a ways off. And he was ready to be for happily ever after. Imagine what Rui currently wants is to become friends with you as she is now. Maybe she no longer hopes that she'll go back to believing in love like she once did.
だけどね、まさかあんたの二股に乗っかったのは半分勢いだったけど、ここまで来られるなんて思わなかった。
Telling me, imagine the two of us would start dating.
もうそれは私のセリフよ、バカ。
Methinks the lady is happier than her words would imply. Rui snuggles up to me without even faltering once this time, then smiles bashfully up at me.
ナオと出会えてよかったわ。
Don't say that, jinx yourself. It's too soon for you to die, Rui. Our story is only just beginning.
思いの嫌なくせにどうして変なフラグ立たせようとしたがるのよ。大丈夫よ。なんたって私はルイルイ。不死の魔法をかけられた戦士なんだから。
Ooh, anywhere else in that line would have been hella cringe, but you fit in here with all the weebs around.
今の私はとってもご機嫌なの。ナオのおかげでね。今ならまた首絞められても怒らないわ。
I told you you're a masochist. What happened to us having loving consensual sex?
別にあんたがしたいって言うなら今からだっていいんだけど。
God, you're sucking initiating. Your only method is coming straight at me and asking for it. Or trying to make me walk around nursing a semi. What?
軽く誘ったぐらいでおちんちん立てちゃうあんたがおかしいんでしょうが。
God, I'm so horny. My girlfriend's just too sexy. I'm gonna have to take her home with me.
ホテルでしないの？
She looks at me in disbelief, which makes me realize how bad an influence on her I've been. Oh no! She just thinks that you always go to a hotel for sex stuff. Although I do love how dirty she's gotten. You think I'm made of money? Don't two-timing thing did a number on my wallet, and those hotels aren't cheap.
そう。
Rudy seems disappointed and have an inkling as to why. It was great getting to just relax in that super huge room after we were done last time, Absolutely adorable too. Kept rolling over and kissing me.
こんなところで思い出させないで。あんたと一緒で私もちょっと濡れやすいんだから。
Ah, fuck, let's get going. We'll have sex in your boyfriend's room tonight, so go ahead and tell your mommy, your daddy, and your Runa that you won't be coming home.
しないわよ。もう大人なんだから一晩ぐらい帰らなくたって心配されないでしょ。
They do say that no child truly knows how their parents feel. Send my apologies to Rudy's parents, who I haven't yet met. At this rate, she might end up pregnant before I do finally meet them. I do hope they won't be too angry with me.
0-0
Well, so much for that! Rudy and I are all over each other to sneak her back into my room. So far, so good. Only it's then we find Kitame in her underwear sprawled all over my bed because someone got her drunk again. Wait a minute, this isn't what you think. It's not my fault.
出たわね。二股クズ野郎三種のクズ言葉。絶対に許さないわ。言い訳なんて聞かないんだから。
Okay, assume I hypothetically hit it and quit it before coming to meet you. Why the fuck would she still be lounging in my bed? I don't know why, but her drunken homing instincts lead her directly to my bedroom, you have to believe me.
100歩譲ってそうだったとして、どうして服脱ぐのよ。
I couldn't tell you! Must be one of those cultural differences. Layla barely wears clothes either.
レイラのも見たことあるのね。
I'm really put my foot in it this time.
もう茶番はいいわよ。誤解だってことぐらい分かってるわ。あまりあんたの彼女を舐めないでほしいわね。
お酒飲んじゃった。叱らないで。お酒おいしい。
はいはい、怒らないわよ。
Rudy wraps the half-asleep girl in a towel and sees her back to her own room. It was a pretty convincing act, you
た
know?
とえただの事故だったとしても、私が彼女として嫌な気持ちにならない理由にはならないでしょ。
Right, of course not.
だから今夜もその分たっぷり埋め合わせしてもらうわ。
I was worried that would have killed the mood, but I didn't need to. Rudy was already giving me the sultry looking upturned eyes combo. It confirms into the get down and dirty. Loving consensual this time, yeah?
あ、ちょっと待って。あんたに任せたら絶対どっかでラブラブじゃなくなるでしょ。もう分かってんのよ。
I mean, it will be consensual because you did agree to do this. It'll just be rough, you know. You really don't trust me. To be fair to her, none of the sex we've had thus far can be compared to anything close to loving and consensual. I even stopped myself before I could reach that point with Kirame. Wait a moment. Am I just incapable of having loving consensual sex altogether? The shocking truth has been revealed. Gorgonao, aged 20, is completely incapable of making love to a woman.
ある意味ここまで来たら逆に才能ね。
And juice, the prick life. The prick life chose me. I was forced to resort to two-timing like an asshole.
いや、それはあんたのせいでしょ。血のせいにしてんじゃないわよ。
But I get away with it. Everything that's happened as a consequence of my own actions, I can joke about it as much as I like, but it doesn't change the fact that Rui-Route is right.
だから今日は私からするから。
Cool, so I just have to lie there.
どうせじっとなんてしていられないでしょ。あくまで私が主導権握るから、ナオがそれに合わせなさいってこと。
You know me so well, Rui-Route.
じゃあするから。
Sure. Throw myself onto the bed. Rui-Route takes over panties, but nothing else, and starts to... Okay. I mean, out of all the CGs, this is the closest to what the... which would be defined as loving and consensual. Like, they're actually, like, you know, facing each other and, you know, making out. So yeah, see you afterwards. So Kirame might have walked in on them. Oh, it's you, Kirame. Why are you acting like you just saw a ghost? He doesn't know, by the way.
なんかのエッチ。
That girl's so weird.
可愛いとこあるじゃないの。
Well, my mind is filled with question marks. Really, it's just smiling. Fuck, I have to check that. I have to check that. I have to check that. 5350. I have to fucking check that. I'd like to imagine I was fast enough. I'm not confident in it though. So 53 50. Anyways, Rui's saying, talk about living in luxury, I'd kill for a drink right now. I thought you'd say that, so I brought some with us. Very nice, soaked together in the bath, which easily fits the two of us with plenty of space and to spare. Why are you all the way over there, Rui? Why not relaxing together? Thought you loved me. Everything's best in moderation. We're all pressed up against each other a moment ago, Rui says. Yep. God, don't just start walking to the bed with your cock flopping around like that, Rui says. come on, it's not like it's nothing you're not used to seeing. I'm not used to seeing that! Besides, you barely even look me in the eyes when we're having sex, Rui says. I was looking into her eyes the entire time just now, wasn't I? You were kissing me so much, I thought you might end up permanently. I thought you might end up permanently attached to my lips. Cut it out, you're gonna get me embarrassed thinking about it, Rui says. What is there to be embarrassed about, Rui, between two people who have finally had loving, consensual sex, Rui? The only reason you insist on calling me Rui is because you're even more embarrassed than me. Idiot, Rui says. Well, you never call me by my name either, Rui, so I'd say we're equal. Oh, God, you're annoying, Rui says. Snuggle up to her and plant a kiss on her neck, only for her to stare at me like I'm a cockroach. It's time to think you have a split personality, Rui. It simply can't be the same girl who kissed me with that dirty look on her face while begging me to come inside. Yeah, sure, I have a split personality. Just calm down a little, would you? Rui says. She grumbles, but takes hold of my hand in the water, signaling that this is all I'm getting for now. Man should act far more mature with Yua and Kirame. Why am I the only one you're like this with? Rui says. Because you're just that special to me, Rui, obviously. You can't fool around and act like an idiot with any of the other girls. Yua flips out at me, Kirame gets flustered, and Miyako just straight up ignores me. Rui is the only one. I'm not stupid enough to take a prick's words at face value, Rui says. We have a bucket of alcohol floating in the bath with us. Rui grabs a cup of sake out of it and gulps it in one gulp. Downs it in one gulp. She looks so hot doing it. I almost get a hard on. Have I ever told you how sexy you are when you're acting all mature, Rui? I'm always mature, I'll have you know, Rui says. Huh? Don't give me that look. At the very least, I'm like 100 years more mentally mature than you are, Rui says. Talk about a race to the bottom. Besides, men are always kids at heart. No matter how old we get, we love to get into the bath and dance around while singing about our willies. Sorry to break the illusion. God, you never let up. Trying to enjoy a drink here, Rui says. Maybe I'll have a little sippy myself. I'm not looking after you when you end up plastered. You can clean up after yourself, Rui says. Come on, cheers. You're the worst. Cheers, Rui says. We clink our cups together and look out over the moonlit sea while enjoying a drink together. I have to say, this makes me feel rather mature. Oh, you're getting lightheaded after a single drink, Rui says. You're too warm, Rui. It's making me dizzy. I'll sleep in the bath, okay? I gotta admit, this is great, though. Maybe I should look into living here, Rui says. Living with Rui? That's not a bad... Wait, no, it'd probably start nagging me with every little thing. Let's not. Just who do you think I am? Besides, you deserve a little nagging when you live like such a slob, Rui says. Sure, but you probably just go, whatever am I going to do with you while sorting out all my problems for me, Rui? You'd be damning me to a life of slobbery. Cut it out, I can imagine that all too easily and it's terrifying, Rui says. Things are looking up for me. I smile happily beside her while she covers her face. Most couples in that situation fall into a rut, then the woman ends up getting cheated on and dumped, Rui says. If anyone gets getting dumped in this relationship, it'll be me. So please don't dump me, Rui. I'm begging you, Rui. I won't dump you as long as you love me and me alone. Got that, you two-timing prick, Rui says. I sound like a threat. What else am I supposed to say to a guy who gets late-night visits from a stray cat and comes home to find his drunk ex asleep in his bed, Rui says. Damn, you're strict. Just come up with a way to make you realize how much I love you pronto. Keep fucking me like you did today, and that should do the job, Rui says. You're gonna want to stop that before you make me remember I might attack you. Fucking hell, when you say you're going to attack me, you actually mean it. What are you going to strangle the life out of this time? What? What is it? It says, by the way. She jumps to her feet and covers her chest with her arms. The pussy's so smooth, Rui. Most cosplayers shave down there, Rui says. Sounds like you're generalizing, but what would I know? Got a feeling that I see more of her naked body and face when we're in the bath than when we're actually having sex. How mysterious. So that's what loving consensual sex is like. Kirame finally got to witness the real deal after her failed attempt. Excuse me? Rui's taken an extra cram course of classes over summer break, and I've come to join her for lunch. This certainly isn't what I expected us to be talking about, however. Yeah, I guess it's not surprising they found out who you were after the scene you made at the beauty pageant.
もっと危機感持ちなさいよ。おたばれどころか SNS の赤バレまでしてんのよ。
I'm officially recognized as a two-timing prick. Think about how it feels for me to walk around campus while girls I've never even met before point at me, Rui-Route.
全部あんたの自業自得じゃないの。
I take those words and send them right back at you.
元はといえば誰のせいで。
Knowing that you wanted the way to talk to you just as much as I did, she bites down on her lip to stop herself from putting all the blame on me. What a girl. Thing is, Rui, you're up there with Kirame in terms of not having friends, and now you have a wonderful boyfriend to be proud of. Why let this get to you? It's not like you wanted to be the queen of our college or anything.
そういうのじゃないのよ。ほら、私って可愛いじゃない？
Yeah?
ちょっと彼氏、どうして自信なさげなのよ。
Oh, I know all too well how cute you are, Rui, but since most people only see the nerdy side of you, I'd imagine they're more focused on your sex appeal than anything.
まあ、どっちでもいいんだけど、とにかくそういう目で見られて見バレしてると女はいろいろ面倒なのよ。
Alright, I get it, totally. Just drag you out with you and you'll be fine. There isn't a pickup artist in the world who could lay a finger on her.
そんなのこっちの精神が先に参るわよ。
It's not a very nice thing to say about your friend.
せめて男の気配ちらつかせておけば、そういうのもマシになるんだけど。ちら
What? Just come out and ask me, I'm your boyfriend.
だって、あんたに彼氏アピしてって言ったら、なんだかもっとめんどくさそうなことになりそうなんだもの。
Talk about a lack of trust. Here I am with all my love for you, thinking day in and day out about how I can be of more help to you.
そのあんたが公認二股クズ野郎ってのが問題なのよ。おたばれ見バレの上、そんなの彼氏にしてると知られた日にはもう。
I know, I think in a certain way that would make you repulse some men just as well as you does.
そこまで社会的立場を失いたくないの。あんたと違ってね。もともと SNS にコスプレ自撮り上げてんのも承認欲求目的なのに。
You're saying that my love isn't enough for you? In fairness, for as cute as Rui-Route may be, knowing that two-timer prick got his hands on her would put anyone off. I can see how this would backfire. Fortunately, there are a lot of idiots and scumbags out there who are all too happy to let their imaginations get the better of them, so I do agree that Rui-Route has something to worry about. Look, you can ask me for help with anything. I know that was my fault, really, so if there's something I can do, I'd be happy to.
そう言ってくれると思って、ちゃんと策は考えてあるの。週末、時間空けときなさいよね。
Wow, you had all that planned from the start.
あんたごときに翻弄される私じゃないわ。
You try and act tough. What a superb take on the concept. Well, yes, I am the Rui-Route sommelier. Anyway, this means I'm going on a date with Rui this weekend. Nice. Soon I begin to wish that someone had come along and kicked me for my carefree optimism. Summer, sea, sun, save. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. See you next time, but goodbye.